Good afternoon, YouTube. Happy Saturday to everyone. I like to say thank you to everyone who kept me in their prayers. I want to thank God for giving me the strength, and you all. Prayer changed things. Y'all thought I wouldn't. I paid attention, and shout out to all the people who showed me love, through this trying time. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I read everyone's post. I read everyone's heartfelt condolences. I really thank you guys, okay? Because life comes like a ton of bricks. Y'all know I've been having a good time, and a curveball was thrown in the game, but it didn't knock me off my square. I know how to reboot. Okay? I know how to get by myself for a minute. I know how to cry, grieve, and when it's time to get up, I know how to get up. That's the main thing. I've had too many deaths in my family, too many friends, so I've learned to deal, with that kind of pressure. I just need a day or two or three, to regain my focus. And once I regain my focus back, I'm on point. But I'm back on point. You know what I'm saying? I do my crying. I talk. I'm glad that everything turned out. So now my cousin's laid to rest. So now my soul can rest. You understand what I'm saying? So some people don't know how to bounce back when they lose someone close to them or family, friends. Some people go into a very deep depression, and it feels like it, for a minute. But if you know God, He'll give you a way out and everything. And I gave it to him. I gave him that burden. I ain't gonna tote this bag when somebody willing to carry it. I carried it for a little while, and all I couldn't handle, I handed it right over. Okay, so once I handed it over and know in my heart that everything was being worked out, it lightened the load. So I woke up this morning, I felt much better. I boo-hooed and talked to, they passed, but that's the kind of bond I got with them. I'm not scared of that kind of stuff. I talk right to them. I'm talking about, I was glad when nobody else in the house, because then they said, what's wrong? And I didn't want that. I waited till everybody was gone, and I was by myself in my room, and I cried. I cried out to God. I cried for their souls. I cried, and it was like a peace came over me. It was like a peace that filled me, and my faith is so strong. I already knew that it was worked out. So like God said, go ahead and do your crying, go ahead, do your weeping, your mourning, whatever you need to do to get over a thing. Okay, so I did that. And one thing God told me, in my head, and I know He tell everybody, don't stop living, never stop living. Okay, even though you want to stop breathing and all that, if you can trade places with Him, I'm quite sure a lot of us would, but that's not how God has it written for us. Okay, so I'm glad and thankful for everyone with all of the condolences and hugs, and thank you. Okay, thank you. I learned how to handle death early on in life. Very early on in life. And that's sad to say, but I have. Before I was 5, my dad's whole side of the family was wiped out by death. Only left him and one cousin. So, and that threw me into a depression. as a kid. That's why I told y'all, if y'all looked at another video, I was dying of a broken heart. I lost everyone in my family, on my dad's side by the time I was 5, except for my dad and one cousin. My dad is the only child. He doesn't have any sisters and brothers or none of that. I don't have any aunties or none of that from him, So about 5 years old, I didn't know how to deal at first, but on my deathbed, everybody died. I wanted to die with them. And I got so depressed that to the point where my organs was shutting down, and the doctors didn't know why. I was dying of a broken heart, and they didn't know why. And that was because I lost everybody. I wanted to go where everybody was, not knowing, but my grandmother, that's when I talk about it all the time. She spoke to my soul. She woke my soul up. The doctors were speaking to the body. She went on the inside. She helped heal my heart. That's where the faith come in at. That's where God, that's when everything for me start to unfold with life. So I knew how to deal, after that part, I knew how to deal with death since I was 5. So I know how to grieve. I know how to get by myself. I know how to get it out. I know how to talk to him. I know how to talk to God. I know who to take it to. So that crying's over, every now and then I catch myself reminiscing about, them, and I might cry, I shed a tear or say a prayer for them, and I know life goes on. And that's just the way of the world. Even when I'm gone, it'll be the same for me. My family's gonna cry. They're gonna do all of that. But just remember, that's when I want to document a lot of stuff. I'm glad with this channel, even if I'm not here, my grandsons. I have 2 grandsons. They can go and see, this is my grandmother. This is how she was. This is how she lived. I didn't get that opportunity with my father because social media, internet was not even a thing, in his time. So that's why I do these things. My grandkids, I got to let the world know I was here. And I want my grandkids to see me and understand, okay, our grandma, she was cool. She was all right. They have to see, not just on the picture. I want them to see. And I only wish I had a picture of my grandma, on my dad's side. But dealing with death for some people is extremely hard. Some people will take their lives because they can't deal with the depression of it, of losing someone, because they don't understand it. I only understand it, like I told you, since 5 years old, okay? Whole side of the family wiped out. By the time I was 5 years old, I was going to funerals. Every other month, we were having funerals from the time I was 2 and 3 all the way up to 5 till everybody was gone. So that's how I know, how to handle these things. And if you don't know how to handle death or sickness or anything else, I can tell you one thing. The answer is God. Depression, He the only one can cure it. Medicine only prolong it and suppress it for a minute. But as soon as some trigger it, is right back. God will give you an everlasting peace with it. Even though if it comes up or you hear something triggering that will cause you to go into a depressed episode, God is the answer. All that old medicine and all that stuff, they just suppress it for a minute, okay? But you need to know how to deal with it without the earthly things. It's a spiritual thing that you have to deal with, and I've been knowing it since I was 5. So that's why I kind of handle death differently. It doesn't faze me too bad like a lot of people once I make my peace with it. That's why I try to always do right by people while they're here. So when they leave us or pass away or anything of that nature, my heart, I won't be so regretful You know, it hit some people harder than others because they didn't do right by a person. You understand what I'm saying? So it kind of hit home. I just want to tell you guys I'm all right. I'm feeling, back a little normal to myself. Y'all know I go into hibernation. And when I do that, just let me chill, okay? Once I chill, get my head right with God, get my head right with my people that's gone, I'm good. They comfort me. Once they settle my heart, I'm back in business. See, but a lot of people don't know that, though. They don't understand how to do it. So y'all have a good Saturday. Y'all know I don't even post on Saturday, but I just want to give y'all a little heads up on what it is, okay? Y'all have a good one. I love you guys. If you know me, I'm going to do right by you. I don't play it. I do right by people. Because you never know when it'll be your last time seeing them, laughing with them, having fun with them. So, and if they leave us, I won't have no regrets because I've done all right with you. The people who take it the hardest, the motherfuckers who fucked you over. Them the motherfuckers who it hit the hardest, okay? So I enjoy everyone while they're here. Y'all have a good Saturday. Stay blessed, okay? And always remember to pray. Y'all know I'm still a sinner. I ain't ashamed of shit. I'm still a sinner, but I got a good heart, and that good heart is what God is. You understand what I'm saying? My good outweigh my bad. All right? So that's how we rolling. Y'all have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Bye-bye.